name is Ed. He's got a cooking channel. It's Edible Ed. It's a cooking show.
I am one. Welcome to an all-new episode of Edible Eds. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing real good, staying healthy and safe. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, and check out my website, edibleeds.com, for all kinds of cool edible news regarding me, Edible Ed. Thank you. On this all-new episode of Edible Eds, I'm gonna be making something that I've always really liked, but I like even more because recently we found this amazing German restaurant in Old Town Glendale called House Murphy's. It is amazing. If you have the opportunity and you're in the area, head over there, tell them Edible Ed sent you. It is so good. I usually get the Schnitzel platter, and Schnitzel basically is just like a really thin piece of meat, like super thin, and then it's fried really quickly. So it's nice and crisp on the outside, but juicy and tender on the inside because it's pounded. You pound it. So I had a couple pork chops. And I decided, hey, you know what? I could make this. I can do this. And another one of the items that I really enjoy at House Murphy's is their like grilled pork chop. It's just the same piece of brined meat, but it's grilled. And I think it's smoked a little bit, but it's just very simple preparation and execution are very simple, but they're delicious. So I decided that I could tackle these two recipes in my kitchen. So how about I stop talking and start cooking? What do you think? That's what I thought. Let's do it. Time to get our German on. Let's get this recipe going. I've been brining / pickling some thick pork chops for about 2 days in the leftover pickle juice. Never throw out your pickle juice. It's perfect brine for chicken and pork. Throw your pork into a Ziploc bag and pound it, but not straight down. Pound it off to the side to flatten the pork and to avoid ripping it. Pound it out until it's about ½ an inch thick. We're going to dredge the pork in a classic 3-step process. Season some flour with some Edible Ed magic dust, smoked sweet paprika, and poultry seasoning. Mix to combine. Season a couple eggs with Edible Ed magic dust. Mix to combine. Lastly, some seasoned breadcrumbs goes into the last tray. The pork goes into the flour, then the eggs, and lastly the breadcrumbs. Then into some preheated peanut oil set at 375 degrees. Hot! Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove and let drain. Let's work on our seared pork chop. I have a pan on high with some olive oil ghee. Add the pork chop seasoned side down and flip every 2 minutes for 4 minutes. Lower temp to medium and continue to cook until internal temperature is 140 to 145 degrees. Let rest for a couple minutes before slicing. Oh, look at this. Oh boy. Oh, look at this. So crispy and delicious and juicy and tender. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. It looks so delicious. I want to eat now. I'm going to eat you. I think it's time to eat. Let's eat. It's time for some air bites. Whoa, look at this big old piece of schnitzel. So I'm not being greedy. I did just take a piece, didn't take the whole thing because I want to make sure my family has enough. But I'm gonna eat this like a caveman. Time for some Ed bites. That pork is beyond tender. Has a nice crisp crust, but the inside is so flavorful and juicy. And like I mentioned before, tender. You get that pickle brine because it's been sitting in the pickle juice. Nice garlic herbaceous punch. It is so delicious. Time for Ed Bites Part 2. Ooh, we got this delicious pork chop. I don't know what to tell you. I can't pick a favorite. It's like when you have multiple kids, you can't just pick one. You love them all the same, right? These are my kids. I love them both the same. They're both different, but they're delicious. I love them for what they bring to the table. One is nice and crispy. The other one is nice and grilled, has a nice crust, but still very flavorful on the inside. They're delicious. You have to try these recipes, both or one. But you gotta pick one or the other. Or you gotta do at least one. You can't watch this episode and not try this recipe. Like, that's silly. That's very, very silly of you. Thanks for watching this all new episode of Edible Ed. I got porky fingers. I appreciate you guys very much. Again, make sure to check out edibleeds.com for all kinds of cool stuff. And I will see you here again next week when I'm making something. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be delicious. Edible Ed seal of approval. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye, everybody. Yay! German food is so yummy.
Ooh, chocolate, ooh, chocolate, ooh, chocolate. Ooh, chocolate, ooh, chocolate, ooh, chocolate.
Whoa, Emma Bites, is that you? Oh, you got that guy? Sweet.
Gilgamesh.
That is not Gilgamesh.
No.
That looks nothing like Gilgamesh. That's a silly McDonald's action figure. You ready for some Emma Bites?
Yes. It tastes pickly. Crust. Just like it has a crustiness. And it tastes so yummy.
Okay, you ready to try the schnitzels?
Yes. The schnitzel is tender, and if you don't know what tender means, it's soft. It's very soft. But it's more than soft, it's crunchy, and it's like nice and meaty taste and schnitzel taste. So I think this is the best you've done. This
Thanks.
is the greatest level, like level 155.
Thanks. Maybe we should move to Germany then. I'd fit in. Because I could make German food.
Yeah, this, I don't know if they would agree.
Yeah, they might not.
Yeah.
Because it's Edible Ed's version. But you know what? That's alright.
Yeah, I agree with it. It's so blow your mind this.
Whoa.
Blow your mind this? Not mind this. Love you. See you next time. Bye. I'm not done saying. Yummy.
But you're still in mine. But you're still in mine. But you're still in mine. But you're still in mine.